Hi, this is Scott Garibay, and today we are going to talk specifically about Michael Jordan, American politics, and the hand of fate. So let's talk about this. So I recently watched the documentary "The Last Stand," which is the story of Michael Jordan's absolutely unprecedented sports success, which was double three-peats. They won the NBA championship in 1991, 1992, 1993, 1996, 1997, and 1998. This has never been done in any sport ever other than the NBA. The level of success that Michael Jordan had in the NBA is unprecedented by it is unparalleled by any other athlete in the history of all team sports, right? Nobody's ever double three-peated in any major sport, anything that most people would know or actually care about, right? And they presented this. By the way, spoilers for The Last Stand in this content, and they said in the documentary, and I think it's truly true that that. Really, Michael Jordan is unparalleled by any athlete that's ever lived on the planet Earth, right? He just succeeded at a level no one else did, right? And even today, like LeBron James, he's not Michael Jordan, right? And it's truly incredible. What he did it may never be done again, right? So, but what really shocked me about The Last Stand was there were just so many things that I watched, and I was like, I did not know this, right? And so one of them that I didn't know was that Michael Jordan's father was killed. He did not die of old age. He was murdered. Right? So he was shot in the chest in a robbery and died. Right, and they dumped his body in a river. It was absolutely ferocious, atrocious what had happened to him. Terrible, right? But what it reminded me is these events that come out of nowhere, right? Michael Jordan was shocked by this. The country was shocked by this. The sports media was shocked by this. The regular media was shocked by this. No one saw this coming. It was just this horrible thing that happened. Nobody predicted it. Nobody could stop it. And once it was done, nobody could understand it, right? And why are we talking about this today? American politics, right? What's happening right now is we're in the middle of the 2020 U.S. presidential general race, right? We're in the general now. We're heading toward the general election. There is just 5 weeks left until we vote, right? And every single day has the probability of bringing new events that could change the election, right? And the most recent thing is the life exit of RBG, Ruth Bader Ginsburg. Huge change. Right? It reminds every single Republican that they can get a third consecutive judge. They can get a third conservative judge. What does it remind Democrats of? Oh, well, that they just lost a pillar on the court and they're not in position to replace them. Right? Ruth Bader Ginsburg died on Trump's watch, and he is moving now to replace her, right? And so this is a devastating blow to Democrats and an absolute nitrous boost to Republicans, right? It's just very sad. I know Ruth Bader Ginsburg would not have wanted that to be the case, but the hand of fate, right? And now I'm an evangelical. I'm saying the hand of fate for you guys because I know not all of you are evangelical Christians. I believe all this is the hand of God, right? God allows things to happen on this earth. And he has control of all things, right? So this is the providence. So different people would refer to this in different ways. I think this is the providence of God. This is God making decisions on what's going to happen, right? And why is the world this way? Why does God allow these terrible things to happen, right? Well, the reality is we live in this broken world, and he has created this perfect world, and he invites us into that perfect world through salvation through Jesus Christ. And he's like, hey, do you see this world you're in? Right? Like this, man chose, humankind chose sin. It broke this world. I got a perfect world for you. If you would like your next world to be better than this one, then, then accept salvation, right? So it's his perfect plan, right? lot of people would be like, no, I don't want to hear any of that, right? And they're like, they'll use terms like the hand of fate. They'll use terms like Providence. They'll use terms like force majeure. That's a French term, major force, right? But it's all like these huge, shocking events that come out of nowhere, right? And that you think you have everything you need to control the situation, but then you suddenly find out you don't. You don't, right? That you don't control this world. Things are going to happen in this world that nobody expects. And this is why I am continuing to predict that Donald Trump will win this election. I think he's going to run away with this election. And the reason why is he is very good at maneuvering in chaos, right? Joe Biden is not good at maneuvering in chaos, right? Joe Biden, he can't take hard questions. You think he can take hard events? He can't. He can't, right? And so this is just even more reason. And the only reason I'm saying, why am I taking the time to continue to say Donald Trump is going to win this election? Well, I want it on record. I want it on record that I knew. I wasn't surprised. Right? I knew in 2016, right? But I definitely know this time. And while every news source out there is telling you that Joe Biden's up by 8 points, he ain't going nowhere. He is going to get stomped, right? And one of the reasons why is he just can't deal with the hand of fate, these force majeurs that are coming in, right? And I think right now going forward, if you are a major political player, you're going to have to be able to deal with this. You're going to have to be able to deal with these types of problems, and Joe Biden simply can. And that's why Donald Trump is going to win on November 3rd. But you probably won't find out until December 3rd, right? And so all that's my prediction. What do you think? How do you think these force majeurs really affect the way that our society deals with these major changes? I'd love to hear your opinion. Let me know in the comments below. Please consider liking and subscribing, and have a wonderful millennium.